Okay, now I'm going to show you an easy way to refill our refillable cartridges for the first time. And what I like to point out is I always take a little box and I cut it out so my bottle of ink can sit in there. So then I don't have to worry about knocking that bottle over. And also on some of the Canon HP cartridges, like the 564, 920, or the 221 or 226 cartridges from Canon, I'm going to show you a little trick with a little liquid soap. Sometimes people have trouble getting the plugs back in, because over time they may swell a little bit. So I'm showing on the table right now Canon and the HP 564 cartridges. These are the Canon cartridges. They fill exactly the same as the HP 564 and 920. You're going to need a syringe and a tip so you can go into the bottle, and then we're going to show you what to do. On the HPs, they'll hold over 12 milliliters of maybe a little bit more. So I'm going to open up the bottle. I have a paper towel handy. I'm going to point this out. A lot of people can take the clip off, but they have trouble getting it back on. So let's take the clip out. This happens to be an HP. Got a tab in the back. I slide it through like that. I push back. There, now I clicked it on. That's the way you do it. Take a Canon, same way. Let's take it off first. So now you're going to put the clip back on. You go through the notch, like you do on the HP. Push down, click, locks it down. Goes through the little cutout. Tab goes through the little cutout. Little cutout right there. Not here, but there. Put it down in there. It's the HP again. Slide it back. Snap it down. Let's do the Canon one more time. Canon. Cut out there. Put it in. Click it on. Okay, now we're going to take out the plugs. Now you only have to do this the very first time you refill. The next time, you're just going to put the ink in the fill hole. That's it. But what we're going to do now is we're going to fill it, causing all the air in that fiber side to get pushed out of the cartridge, so you get a good, solid refill. Same thing with Canon. And you're only going to do this the very first time you get the cartridge. Up front is a little vent hole, because these cartridges are vented. And as you print along, the air goes in, and then the ink goes out into the printhead. So you don't ever want to block that little front hole. There again, 564, 920 has the same thing. So now I'm going to fill up the syringe all the way, about 12 milliliters. So this is the first time now. I'm going to wipe off that tip. This is called a lower slip, but it's going to go right into the fill hole like that. That's the Canon. Show you. This is going to be the HP. So that's why I'm only doing one video. So now I put it back in a Canon just to show you. And now, with that open, the orange clip on, I'm going to slowly add ink. I'm going very slow. You see it seeping, starting to seep. Keep adding till you see a little ink come out the vent hole right there. Then you're going to stop. You're just going to take the rubber plug out, fill up the liquid chamber or the supply chamber, and that's it. You don't have to do this again. So I'm doing it now. This is driving out all the air out of that fiber, so you get a good saturation in that area. That's it. I'm going to stop. Take it out. Put the plug back in for now. Oh, doesn't want to go in. There you go. That's what I was telling you. Sometimes it gets a little hard to put that in. See? Now I can do it, but I'm just showing you in the video that if it was too difficult to do, I take a little bit of soap, put it on my finger, put it on the plug, and I can go right over that hole, and then the plug will go right in. It's already in. So a lot of people email me and say, well, how do you get the plug back in? Well, I just showed you. A little bit of liquid soap, really, and it doesn't hurt anything. You're not going to get enough on there to contaminate anything. Now I'd be printing along, said I was out of ink, take the plug out, set the cartridge down, put the tip back on, go back in, keep adding ink a little at a time, wait a few minutes, give it a chance for the ink to go into the chamber. When that's done, pick it up, put the plug in. That's it. Always have a little piece of paper towel handy, or wear rubber gloves if you don't want to get it on your fingers. That's how simple that was. Okay, now I just showed you how to do a color cartridge, but I'm going to do the HP 564 black cartridge because that holds the most ink. This is that little cartridge there is the Canon. You're always going to put more black ink in. Got to remember that. So I'll get set up for black here, and I'll show you how to fill the black. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to fill the black cartridge. Now I have the Canon black, the large black, and I also have the HP. I'm going to use this one here because this takes the most amount of ink. So first thing I'm going to do is, again, fill up the syringe. Now on the HP, it'll take almost 2 of the black syringes filled. Okay, now I'm going to put it in. Take your time here. Sometimes it's a little tight putting that in. And then you're going to slowly push the ink in. Take your time. Give it a chance to absorb in there. Now I'll probably do this twice because that holds a lot of black ink. These HP cartridges can hold over almost 20 sometimes, depending on the cartridge. Now for the camera, I'm going along a little bit quicker than you normally should. Okay, now I start to move in. Now I would fill it up and do it again with another fill of the black ink. Now that was the HP. I'll show you the Canon. Remember, this video's for Canon and HP. Just wipe it off, wear a rubber glove, put some old newspaper down, whatever. Doesn't have to be messy. I do this a lot, so I don't always wear rubber gloves. Take it out, put it in. There again, it's Canon. Canon's a little bit smaller cartridge, so it may not take a complete 2 refills to fill it. Now once the ink comes out here, then I would stop, take this out, manually add a little bit more ink to here, by squirting it in, and then put the plug back in. Again, if you find the plug hard to get in, you've either overfilled it, or what you might want to do is just get a little liquid soap, I showed you earlier in the video, and just put it in like that. Goes right in then. A lot easier. So that's how easy it was to fill up the black cartridge.